Okay, so this is the coolest thing. I just discovered this earlier today. You can actually do normal distributions with z-scores and areas under the curve in Desmos. So I don't know what made me think of this. I just typed in normal distribution like that, and I noticed it went from italicized to straight. So then I started my parentheses. And so you could put in a number, right? So you could do the mean. So this is a normal distribution, and you could plug in the mean and your standard deviation if it's calculated. For argument's sake, I'm just going to plug in 0, right? So that's the mean, comma, whatever your standard deviation is. Okay. So you gotta kind of set the parameters a little bit and kind of zoom in, right? And it looks right too, right? So I'm just going to go. We'll make the y-axis. We'll just do from like 0 to 1. So we can kind of, well, let's make it -1 to 1 so you can see the numbers. So this is kind of cool. It's normal distribution, and you would think 3 standard deviations plus or minus 3 standard deviations is like 99.9%, right? So this is the beauty of this thing. When you click on find cumulative probability, that's the area under the curve if you go from negative infinity to positive infinity. So let's try this. Let's go standard deviation -3 to 3, right? 0.997, right? So if I want to go, now wait, it's really obvious when I go from -2, look at that, it calculates the probability under the curve for you to 2. And this is the probability, right? Now if you want to do one tail, right, you make the minimum 2, and then you could change this. I don't know how you type in infinity. Shoot, I think you could just spell the word. I gotta figure out how to type in infinity, but yeah, you just spell the word infinity and it automatically pulls up the infinity. So that's right. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, also, let's say that you're actually putting in a bunch of data and you've calculated the mean, and I'll do more videos. I suspect Desmos does all of this stuff. If I make the mean 50 and my standard deviation is like 2, now I've got to manipulate my curve because it's going to deal it with real numbers. So the mean is 50. It's way over here. So I got to like drag this over here and then zoom in. But the numbers are accurate, right? Check that out.